चलो जी नेक्स्ट टॉपिक करते हैं आज वैन डर वाल्स इक्वेशन। नाउ प्रीवियसली व्हाट ऑल वी हैड डन, हम लोगों ने कर लिया था बॉयल्स लॉ, चार्ल्स लॉ, ये सारा कुछ हमने फिनिश कर दिया था। फिर हमने आइडियल गैस इक्वेशन दे दी PV that is equal to nRT, and on the basis of that we said that the gases they are going to be ideal when they are going to obey all the Charles, Boyle's and Gay-Lussac's law। ठीक है। After that the kinetic theory that was given by Bernoulli, जिसने अपने postulates दिए, and according to that the theoretical explanation of the gas laws that was given, right? But later on it was seen that there are practically बहुत सारे ऐसे gases हैं जो कि ideally behave ही नहीं करते, या जो all temperature और pressures पे बॉयल्स लॉ, चार्ल्स लॉ वगैरह ये जितने भी लॉज हमने डिस्कस करे थे उन सबको ओबे नहीं करते हैं, राइट? So then it was seen that practically the gases they were not ideal gases. So what are we saying over here? First हमारे पास आ गए the first kind of gases according to the kinetic theory of gases and all the laws which obeyed all the laws, they were known as ideal gases, right? And practically these gases they do not exist. So such gases which do not obey all the laws at all ranges of temperature and pressure, they are going to be known as real gases. There are many gases. For example, we have sulfur dioxide, we have methane, we have carbon dioxide, then we have ammonia. All these gases they do not obey the Charles and the Boyle's law. Okay, so it was then further said that real gases start behaving as ideal gases at high temperature and low pressure. At high temperature and low pressure, gases they come nearer to the ideal gas behavior. तो उसको हम लोग क्या बुलाते हैं? That can be explained with the help of a diagram which we are or a graph which we are representing over here. एक आ गया PV और एक आ गया P, ठीक है? Ideal gas के accordingly ये वाला जो ग्राफ है ये स्ट्रेट लाइन आना चाहिए, ठीक है? लेट्स से कि ये ग्राफ हमने प्लॉट किया एट टेम्परेचर T1, फिर उसके बाद T2 and T3, right? जहां पे T3 that is going to be higher than T2 is going to be higher than T1. Now over here these were the plots which were given for ideal gases, पर जब रियल गैसेस का ग्राफ ड्रॉ किया गया तो रियल गैसेस they were behaving in this manner. They were showing deviations from the ideal gas behavior. फिर यहाँ पे हायर टेम्परेचर पे ये जो डिविएशन है ये थोड़ी सी कम हो जाती है और हायर टेम्परेचर पे ये और भी कम हो जाती है, right? So generally there was this kind of a behavior that was seen at higher temperatures. Have you understood? तो अब यहाँ पे क्या हुआ कि डिविएशन जितनी भी गैस लॉज की है वो कम होती जा रही है with increase in temperature and decrease in pressure. Okay? In actual, it was suggested by Van der Waal According to Van der Waal, he said that gases they show deviation from ideal behavior because of two faulty assumptions. Due to two faulty assumptions which were there in the kinetic theory of gases. The first faulty assumption was that there are negligible forces of attraction between the molecules. Right? Now according to Van der Waals, अगर forces of attraction मॉलिक्यूल्स के बीच में नहीं होंगे तो मॉलिक्यूल्स कभी भी या गैसेस कभी भी लिक्विड स्टेट में कन्वर्ट नहीं हो सकती. Okay, it is only when the molecules they are attracted to each other that they come closer, as a result of which they get converted to the liquid state. The second faulty assumption was that the volume occupied by the molecule of a gas is negligible as compared to the total volume, right? तो अगर वॉल्यूम नेग्लिजिबल होती एक किसी भी मॉलिक्यूल की तो we could have compressed the gas to a zero volume. क्योंकि अगर हम वॉल्यूम है ही नहीं, एक मॉलिक्यूल हैज नो स्पेस, इट इज नॉट ऑक्यूपाइंग एनी वॉल्यूम, वी कैन कंप्रेस द गैस टू अ वॉल्यूम ऑफ जीरो व्हिच प्रैक्टिकली डज नॉट हैपन. ठीक है, तो इसका मतलब एवरी मॉलिक्यूल ऑफ अ गैस दैट इज गोइंग टू ऑक्यूपाई certain volumes. So what he did was, when Van der Waals started giving, he said, looking at the observations over here, उसने दो correction terms दे दिए. ठीक है, one correction term was due to the forces of attraction and the other correction term that was due to the volume, right? So let's go on to the first correction term, which is the volume correction. Okay, now according to क्या कहते हैं उसको, Van der Waals, the volume of the real gas was the actual volume which is needed for compression. ठीक है, so जो रियल गैस है उसकी वॉल्यूम क्या है? इट इज द एक्चुअल वॉल्यूम which is available or which is needed for compression. कितना हम उसको मैक्सिमम कंप्रेस कर सकते हैं, that is going to be the real volume. Okay, now let's say that the volume of each molecule, volume of one molecule that is given by B. ठीक है, so if we are saying that the volume of one molecule that is equal to B, then what is going to be the corrected volume over here? That will be the total volume minus the volume of the molecule minus B. ठीक है, so this is going to be for 1 mole, right? If we are considering n number of moles, then V corrected that is going to become equal to V minus NB, right? Where number of moles into volume of each molecule, that is going to give us the total volume occupied by the molecules. Okay, now over here B, that is known as what? B is known as excluded volume. That is known as excluded volume, and that may also be known as co-volume. ठीक है, अब ये जो B होती है, B that is equal to 4 times the actual volume of the gas molecules. So it is equal to 4 times. Now when we talking of 4 times, we know that the volume of a sphere that will be given as what? 4 by 3 pi r cube. That is the volume, right? अब ये एक मॉलिक्यूल की वॉल्यूम है और B की जो वॉल्यूम है that is 4 times the volume of one molecule. So this will be multiplied by 4 to give us the value of B over here. ठीक है, so ये है 4 आ गया for one molecule और अगर n नंबर ऑफ मॉलिक्यूल्स है तो यहाँ पे क्या आ जाएगा 4n। ठीक है, so this is now going to be D. Now this was the first correction term that we corrected, that is equal to V minus V, or it is equal to V minus ND. The second correction was correction due to pressure. Okay, now let's say that we have taken a beaker in which a gas has been put और उसपे हम लोग एक सेंटर मॉलिक्यूल जो है उसको देख रहे हैं। अब ये जो सेंटर मॉलिक्यूल है, this will be attracted by the same number of forces of attraction from all sides, because इसके around चारों तरफ molecules present है, right? But when we are looking at the molecule which is about to strike a wall, this is going to be pulled inward, क्योंकि बाहर की तरफ को कोई भी molecules present नहीं है, तो इसके ऊपर जो pressure होगा that is going to be less as compared to pressure on this, isn't it? क्योंकि ये अंदर की तरफ को पुल हो रहा है, as a result of which वो उतनी फोर्स के साथ वॉल ऑफ द कंटेनर को हिट नहीं करेगा। सो इसका जो प्रेशर है that is going to be less. So P ideal, P for an ideal gas, this is the ideal molecule which is present in the center, and let's say कि this is the real molecule which is present, which is about to strike the wall. So यहाँ पे जो P ideal होगा that is going to be P observed plus pressure, where this pressure is the corrected pressure, right? और इसको आप P observe P dash ले लो, इसको P observe ले लो और इसको P dash ले लो, तो P dash यहाँ पे क्या होगा? This is the correction term. ठीक है, मतलब कि ये जो P ideal है इसका प्रेशर इससे इतना ज्यादा है। Got it? So ये क्या आ जाएगा? P dash, that is going to be known as the correction term. अब ये जो P dash है that is directly proportional to area of the gas, sorry not area, directly proportional to the forces of attraction. ठीक है, P dash is directly proportional to the forces of attraction and it is inversely proportional to the square of the volume. So pressure जितना ज्यादा volume होगा, according to ideal gas also pressure is inversely proportional to volume ना, तो वही हम यहाँ पे use कर रहे हैं कि P is going to be inversely proportional to volume such that this P dash now becomes A upon V square. ठीक है, so P ideal अब यहाँ पे क्या आ जाना चाहिए? P ideal should be equal to P observed plus A upon V square, right? So ये आ गई हमारे पास correction due to pressure, ये आ गई हमारे पास correction due to volume. Now according to the ideal gas equation, let's see what do we have. According to the ideal gas equation for 1 mole PV, that is equal to RT. This is for the ideal gas. Now for real gas, we are going to apply the corrected terms. So pressure corrected क्या है? P plus A upon V square, और वॉल्यूम करेक्टेड क्या है? V minus V, that is equal to RT, right? This is for 1 mole, and for n number of moles it will become equal to P plus AN square upon V square, V minus NB, that is going to be equal to nRT. This is known as the van der Waals equation for 1 mole of a real gas, and this is the van der Waals equation for n number of moles, right? So over here we are looking at two constants. The first constant, that is A. जो A constant है that is the correction due to or the constant for forces of attraction. forces of attraction and we are saying कि corrected pressure जो है that is equal to an square upon b square. तो अगर हमको यूनिट्स निकालने हैं a के तो ये आ जाएगा pv square upon n square that is equal to a. प्रेशर का यूनिट हो गया एटमॉस्फेयर, वॉल्यूम का यूनिट हो गया लीटर स्क्वायर क्योंकि v स्क्वायर है, और n का हो गया पर मोल स्क्वायर, दैट इज गोइंग टू बी द यूनिट ऑफ A. एटमॉस्फेयर लीटर स्क्वायर पर मोल स्क्वायर दैट इज द यूनिट ऑफ A. ठीक है, और जो करेक्टेड वॉल्यूम है या B जो है, B दैट इज करेक्शन ड्यू टू वॉल्यूम. So V that is equal to what? NP. ठीक है, B is equal to NP. तो यहाँ पे B का क्या आ जाएगा फिर? B is volume only, तो B का literally आना चाहिए. पर if you are taking n number of moles, तो B का जो यूनिट है that is going to be liters per mole. Have you understood? So this is the van der Waals equation and the significance of constants A and B. Now over here we come across another term जिसको हम लोग boil temperature बुलाते हैं. So let's understand what is boil temperature now. When we're looking at Boyle's temperature, Boyle's temperature क्या होता है? It is that temperature at which real gases behave as ideal gases. ठीक है, so that temperature at which the real gases they start behaving as ideal gases, that is known as Boyle temperature. Okay, so this is the van der Waals equation. इसमें you can get conceptual questions, you might get a small numerical also, जिसमें all the values they will be given to you, A or B, both will be given. Now यहाँ पे एक और चीज आप याद रखो कि more the value of A, more is going to be the forces of attraction and hence more easily a gas can be liquefied. Okay, more the value of A, more is going to be the force of attraction and more easily a gas that can be liquefied. Let's go on to the next this thing, critical phenomenon and liquefaction of gases. इसको concept को हम दोबारा से explain करेंगे. This is a very very important concept जो कि हम अभी कर रहे हैं. Critical temperature and liquefaction of gases. Okay, liquefaction of gases का क्या मतलब हुआ? It means कि हम gases को liquid state में कितनी हद तक convert कर सकते हैं. How we can convert them into the liquid state. Okay. Now initially it was seen that there were many gases which could be easily liquefied. Gases like we have sulfur dioxide, we have carbon dioxide, ammonia, methane. All these gases they could be easily liquefied. Depending upon this, ये वाली जो liquefaction थी, that was done at two conditions. The first condition was higher temperature and the second condition was low pressure. What is going to be the consequences? Sorry, उल्टा लिख दिया मैंने. Low temperature and high pressure. What is going to be the consequences over here? अब जब टेम्परेचर कम होता है, we know that kinetic energy is directly proportional to temperature. ठीक है? So अगर टेम्परेचर हम कम करेंगे, तो kinetic energy is also going to decrease. अगर kinetic energy decrease होगी, the molecules they are going to travel with or move with lesser speeds. as a result of which the molecules start coming closer to each other. ठीक है, when they coming closer to each other they are going to form aggregates. तो जब वो aggregates बनाते हैं, forces of attraction between the molecules is going to increase and they can be converted from the gaseous state to the liquid state. ठीक है, so that is the effect of temperature. टेम्परेचर कम हुआ, काइनेटिक एनर्जी कम हुई, मॉलिक्यूल्स एक दूसरे के पास आ गए, फोर्सेस ऑफ अट्रैक्शन बढ़ गए, एग्रीगेशन मॉलिक्यूल्स का हो गया और वो गैसेस से लिक्विड स्टेट में कन्वर्ट हो जाते हैं. द सेकंड थिंग इज दैट वी आर इंक्रीजिंग द प्रेशर. नाउ जब हम लोग प्रेशर इंक्रीज करेंगे, इन दैट केस आल्सो द मॉलिक्यूल्स दे आर गोइंग टू कम क्लोजर टू ईच अदर. Forces of attraction will increase and as a result they can be converted into the liquid state. But ऐसा नहीं होता है कि हर एक टेम्परेचर की हमने टेम्परेचर हम कम करते जा रहे हैं और प्रेशर हम इंक्रीज करते जा रहे हैं. तो इट डज नॉट हैपन कि किसी भी एक टेम्परेचर पे या किसी भी टेम्परेचर पे हम लोग किसी भी गैस को लिक्विफाई कर सकते हैं. दैट डज नॉट हैपन. Every gas has its own temperature and own pressure at which it can be liquefied. And that is known as what? That is known as critical temperature and pressure. Andrews जो था, he was the first scientist to experiment on carbon dioxide और उसने क्या किया? कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड की PVT प्रेशर वॉल्यूम टेम्परेचर रिलेशनशिप्स को स्टडी किया और उसके बेसिस पे उसने तीन चीजें दी. द फर्स्ट थिंग वाज नोन एज critical temperature which is given by Tc. According to the critical temperature, it is that temperature above which a gas cannot be liquefied. ठीक है, so in general हम लोग बोलते हैं कि all the gases which have boiling points nearer to the room temperature they can be easily liquefied. In this case that temperature above which a gas cannot be liquefied. ठीक है, so जितना high critical temperature होगा उतनी easy liquefaction हो जाती है. जैसे for example if we are taking hydrogen and we are taking carbon dioxide. In case of hydrogen the critical temperature is a negative, whereas for carbon dioxide the critical temperature is approximately 30.1 degrees Celsius. So 30.1 degrees Celsius means it is above room temperature. We can easily get down the temperature to room temperature and hence carbon dioxide can be easily liquefied. All those gases like hydrogen and helium which have very low critical temperature they cannot be liquefied, hence they are termed as permanent gases. ठीक है? So we are looking at critical temperature over here, that temperature above which a gas cannot be liquefied. उसी तरह से we have the second term which we will discuss over here is the critical pressure. Now what is critical pressure? Critical pressure को हम denote करते हैं by PC. It is the pressure required at critical temperature. Pressure required at critical temperature to liquefy a gas. To liquefy a gas. ठीक है, फिर उसके बाद एक और टर्म आती है that is known as critical volume. Critical volume is represented by Vc. It is the volume occupied by the gas at critical pressure. Volume occupied by the gas at critical temperature and critical pressure, उसको हम critical volume बुलाते हैं. अब ये जो रिलेशनशिप था PVT रिलेशनशिप, अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट एंड्रयूज he drew the isotherms. Isotherms क्या होते हैं? Relationship between pressure and volume at constant temperature. तो different temperatures पे इसने graphical representation दी. Let's see how the graph looks like. Over here, when isotherms were drawn at different temperatures, so initially उसने 48 degrees पे एक draw किया, which was almost equal to the ideal gas behavior. ठीक है, अगर आपको बॉयल्स लॉ का याद है ग्राफ, तो बॉयल्स लॉ का ग्राफ जब हम बनाते हैं प्रेशर और वॉल्यूम के बीच में, दिस इज हाउ द ग्राफ इज शोन. ठीक है, सो एट अ हाई टेम्परेचर ऑफ 48 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड ऑलमोस्ट बिहेव्ड एज एन आइडियल गैस. अब जब टेम्परेचर कम किया गया, दिस इज एट 35.5 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड. ठीक है, and then this is the graph at 30.8 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड. और फिर उसके बाद this is the graph at 21.5 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड. एंड फाइनली बहुत ही रिड्यूस कर दिया उसने टेम्परेचर. So this is the graph at 30 degree centigrade. So different temperatures पे the graphs they were shown. Let's go to the lowest temperature, which is 13 degree centigrade. Let's say that this is point A, this is point B, this is point C, and this is point D. ठीक है? So the graph over here, that is A, B, C, and D. Over here, it was seen that at low pressures, you can see over here that the pressure is quite low, okay, and the temperature is also quite low. So the carbon dioxide behaved only at a gas till point B. So A से लेके B तक carbon dioxide is only going to behave as a gas, right? So इस साइड हमारे पास गैस आ जाता है और इस साइड हमारे पास लिक्विड आ जाता है. This is the dotted line which we have shown over here. ठीक है, so इसके इस साइड गैस है, इसके इस साइड लिक्विड है. So what are we saying? That at 13 degree centigrade, at very low pressure, A to B, it is going to be gas, right? Slowly and gradually, it is seen that the volume that will decrease. This is the volume over here. The volume starts decreasing. ठीक है, and then when the pressure is increased further, the volume of the gas still decreases and the gas that gets converted into the liquid. ठीक है, so अब क्या हुआ कि जब pressure low था, it was behaving as a gas. फिर उसके बाद pressure constant है over here, but the volume is decreasing. So at this particular point, that is point B to C, both the vapor and the liquid phase is going to coexist. ठीक है? So at this point, both vapor of the gas and liquid, that is going to coexist. Henceforth, when the pressure is increased, we see that only liquid form is going to exist. ठीक है, फिर उसके बाद जब हम 21.5 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड पे जाते हैं, तो आप देख रहे हो ये गैसेस आ गया यहां तक. ये वाला जो लाइन है, इसकी जो विड्थ है वो कम हो गई, isn't it? इसकी विड्थ B to C was more, but इसकी जो विड्थ है वो कम हो गई. That means कि at 21.5 degree Celsius, the phase of vapor and the liquid coexistence, that is going to decrease, right? At 30.8 degree centigrade, it is the first point at which liquid carbon dioxide that is going to be observed, and this is known as the critical point of carbon dioxide, or it is known as the critical temperature of carbon dioxide, which means that above 30.8 degrees centigrade carbon dioxide cannot be converted into liquid. 30 डिग्री से नीचे हम उसको लिक्विड में कन्वर्ट कर सकते हैं, 30 डिग्री से ऊपर हम उसको लिक्विड में कन्वर्ट नहीं कर सकते. Have you understood? So this is what the liquefaction of the gas is and how he was able to explain at different temperatures. Is it clear? Now this, because Van der Waals also gave us the two constants, one which was due to forces of attraction and the other one which was due to volume. We can correlate our critical pressure, critical temperature and critical volume with respect to those constants. If you're looking at Tc, it can be calculated as 8A upon 27 RB. ठीक है? उसी तरह से critical pressure A upon 27 B square, और वॉल्यूम क्योंकि A के ऊपर डिपेंड ही नहीं करता, तो क्रिटिकल वॉल्यूम that is equal to 3B. Is it clear? So today we are going to do only till here. Now in this chapter we have only one point left, that is the tendency of liquefaction of a gas according to the compressibility factor, which we will do in the next class, and then we go on to the second stage, which is the liquid state. So one more lecture of this chapter 5 and we finish with chapter 5 and go on to thermodynamics.